Today, we'll be looking at Roland Barthes' seminal 1967 essay, The Death of the Author, and consider its huge implication on how we read texts and how we might interpret them. This essay, produced by the hugely influential cultural and literary theorist Roland Barthes, has sparked a wide range of critical debate, not least because of its provocative and appealing title. Although it is a very short piece of writing, the incisiveness and precision within which it is written is rich with implication. However, I would like to begin by debunking the notion that the essay represented a clear-cut deviation from all other forms of scholarship, but more appropriately marked a shift from one school of thought to another, that is, structuralism to post-structuralism. Its central argument is this: if the meaning we derive from individual cultural texts is so reliant on its wider cultural codes and sign systems, then no author can assume total credit over their work. First, let's take a look at one of the literary assumptions Barthes seeks to interrogate. A text is not a line of words releasing a single theological meaning, the message of the author God, but a multi-dimension space in which a variety of writings, none of them original, blend and clash. To put it shortly, Barthes presents the argument here that no cultural text can ever truly be original. All texts draw upon genre and narrative devices that are pre-existing. This disputes the notion of the author God as a sort of divine creator. Instead, Barthes observes, they merely piece together existing methods in a way that is unique to them. While authors might seek to present themselves as original, ultimately they have not created something from nothing. However, Barthes does not seek to contest the intellectual prowess that the creation of a literary text undoubtedly involves. He simply asks us as readers to consider how, consciously or unconsciously, an author has arrived at that product. In this respect, he destabilises the notion of an author and renames it the scripter. Let's take a look at another aspect of Barthes' essay, debunking a biographical approach to literature. The explanation of a work is always sought in the man or woman who produced it, as if it were always on the end, though the more or less transparent allegory of the fiction, the voice of a single person, the author confiding in us. In the past, and indeed even today, there seems to be a preoccupation amongst readers with uncovering the author of a given cultural text's intention, as if this would provide a secret conduit to the true meaning of a text. This led analysis to become almost biographical. For instance, in the past, Van Gogh's art was viewed as a sort of physical manifestation of his psychosis. This is inherently problematic, and as Barthes poses here, we should not, as readers, view the author's intentions as a sort of pathway to the meaning of a text. The work is, in short, wholly separated from the author. To summarise, arguably the most important aspect of Barthes' argument, a given cultural text does not have an objective meaning at all. All readings of a text will be different, and thus the text will have a multitude of meanings. As Barthes puts succinctly in his final line, the death of the author coincides with the birth of the reader. Thank you very much for listening.